not today, but in 2 days. I'm going to Bermuda to take my first day off.
This weekend itself was unexpected in a way, but just to have the energy that I have right now and like to be on this, like, I feel very full, you know, in life. And this year wasn't like that, man. It was really difficult. Like, you know, on the panel yesterday, one of the questions was, what was your biggest challenge of 2019? That's funny. I think 2019 is probably the most challenging year from a business side I've had in a long time. So quick context on me. I've been running a creative agency with my brother for the past 5-6 years or so. And after, you know, a couple of years, we found our groove and, you know, we're making money, we're taking our parents on vacation and really just living a very full, but also like, I don't want to say cruise control, but a comfortable life. And the biggest challenge this year has been breaking the boundaries of what you think is possible. For us to like realize like, nah, that's not enough, that we want more, to go down this road with Kolkata Chai, to put everything financially on the line and like really just like dig in. I don't know, man, like I think that says a lot about how we approach business, and it surprised me because I worked so hard just to get to that point where I was running an agency, I had staff, I was able to take care of myself, you know what I mean? And like, to me, that was like the pinnacle.
I know for me personally, I feel like the idea that I'm always gonna want more is a little bit like scary. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm fearful that like I'll keep grabbing shit and like I'll always want more.
Yeah. You know, for me, I was having this conversation with somebody and they're like, well, how do you, you know, not just always reach for more and want more, and how are you like happy? How do you find happiness if you always just want the next level? And, you know, for me, like, I don't attribute my happiness to like work, you know, like I love work and I love the work I do, and it brings me joy, but you know, being happy and being content for me is like, it's just way more spiritual. Like, I think I realized that, like, you know, the fact that every day I wake up and I get to create my world, you know, with the talents that God's given me and be the best reflection, you know, of that, like, that's what makes me happy, you know. And I realized that this year, and like, bro, this summer was so tough. Like, I know for a fact that like Ayn and I were pretty depressed. Like, I don't think it showed. Like, I'm really like highly functional, but like there was like a founder's depression because, like, you know, we knew like the cafe could be this thing. Like, we were working so hard. We had this like magic in a bottle, but we couldn't open the doors. And it was just every day was just something else, and I was just taking like L's, and I was like, dog, like, I just remember it was like a heavy lift, man. And like, yeah, that's why opening night was so funny, because, you know, there's that Drake line, which is like, everybody yelled surprise, I wasn't surprised. That's how I felt on opening night.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, G, that's the Bruga? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is about to be a movie!
To own a piece of your culture, to be able to tell the story the right way, that's huge.
Shit, you know?
If you're from the diaspora in New York, the chances that you're a part of our ecosystem, whether it's Idea Exchange or Kolkata Chai or Anikkan or GRC or, you know, one of our affiliated properties, like, it's a very high chance, you know. And like, that's scary because that's like a real opportunity to build something, you know, that I don't think anyone has been able to do in an honest way. I think I want to be remembered for somebody that opened doors, you know, and paid it forward the whole time. Because you're not remembered for the car you drive or the crib you stayed at, you know, or what watch you had on, but you are remembered for the people that you were able to touch and impact. I keep thinking about what John Jackson said at that panel about, you know, you don't know what's out there for you, like the next level of what's out there for you, until you let go of some of the things that you're holding on to now. And that's been kind of sticking with me since yesterday, because it's like all these things now that we hold so close and that we're so passionate about, there will be one day where we have to let go of them to build something bigger, you know, or to like embrace something even larger. And for me, that's gonna be tough, you know, because like all these things I do now, like I want to do them for the rest of my life. Like I want to work with Anik for the rest of my life. I want to build marketing campaigns for the rest of my life. I want to develop real estate for the rest of my life. Like I don't see myself doing anything different, so that's gonna be a challenge, man.
This is a game that's going to be constantly up and down, but if you got the stomach for it, you know, it could really go somewhere.
I'm really curious about what next year will hold, man. I think like my goal is for things to stabilize, you know, like I want us to stop having to scrap as much as we did this year, because this year was just like, it was part visionary and part survival, and that was what made it so hard. Like we had a vision for this massive thing we wanted to launch, but I was like month to month like surviving, you know, trying to like make sure payroll got met and trying to make sure like my credit card bills got paid, and like I don't want to, you know, I don't want that for myself in 2020, because I think what we're doing too, in addition to the actual businesses, it's also a lot of attitude, right? It's a lot of like, we are turning the table on like, you know, what we believe that we've earned and what we desire and what we deserve. And I think that's huge, because that attitude shift is so necessary. Like my parents their attitude never shifted, you know what I mean? And I get it, they've been through things that I could never handle, but that's the biggest thing, is like if people just understand that it's all possible if you're willing to go through it, you know, that's the playbook. Yeah, that's the game plan.
It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be your bride tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay.
Alright, man. Up this jump. We out. Bermuda, thank you. It was love. 6 a.m. in this joint. We going to the airport. We'll be back. Love y'all. Peace.